Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I just thought I'd come on today and talk about something, being that it's getting hot out, and I don't know if you're like me, ladies, and my hair is a mess. I still haven't been able to get to my hairdresser, as you can see. I'm growing, I don't know what here. I don't know what kind of dew is going on. I kind of want it to be like Betty Boop, but it's not right now. Anyway, I thought that I would come on and just talk to you ladies about something I'm not sponsored by, but I just believe in so much. I thought I would talk about two products, but I'm waiting for my other delivery, and it didn't come yet. It's called Lumine. I don't know if you know about Lumine. It's sort of like a personal deodorant. You can get many different scents. They have like a rose, they have a jasmine, a eucalyptus. I forget the scents, but they're so good. And you can put them on your nether regions. And really you have no odor. There's no odor. I mean, like, seriously, it's an amazing product. And if you're big like me, and struggle with, I hate to be disgusting, but we sweat and that creates bacteria. I take 2 showers a day. I always have. I change my underwear twice a day. I just believe in that. I just want to keep myself as fresh and clean as possible. We sweat. When I go for a walk, I head right to the shower, even if I showered before. I just want that bacteria off my body. But this is a bacteria inhibitor, I guess, Lumine. It's a great product. It's created by a female gynecologist, and I want to thank her personally because she's awesome. And she made it in her own kitchen, I believe. Came up with the concept, but I'm serious. I put Lumine under my arms. I don't really ever have an odor under my arms, but if I eat meat, more than like once a week, which I try not to do anyway. I'm really not a big beef eater anymore. But if I do, I like to really amp up my use of Lumine because it really creates an odor-free environment. And since I've lost a lot of weight, I have skin that hangs. I have a fupa still. I'll probably always have it. I'm 50. It's never going to go away. I do walk. And I want to get down to, once I get down, I'm down, I've lost some more weight. I was at 283 last week. I'm now at 281. So going down again, I'm happy to say, even though I did cheat last night and had chicken korma, I don't regret it. It's far and few between that I get to go out and have stuff like that. So, we wanted Korean, but the Korean restaurant by us is still not open. But, I have to say that this product is just really magical. And the other one that I wanted to talk about was, and I'm going to zoom in and excuse my kitchen. I have bread that's proofing. I have pans. I have all kinds of stuff going on. I don't know if you can see it, but it's here. And I wanted to kind of zoom into it so you can see what it is. It's called Fresh Breasts. It's hygiene for breasts and other areas. And this is another really great thing. It's hypoallergenic, talc-free, so you can use it everywhere, fragrance-free, and it applies as a soothing cream, almost like a gel, and then it turns into a lovely shot of my double chin. It turns into a lovely sort of like powder in a way, and it keeps you dry. And I mean, look at me, I'm tittied, I got some titty going on. For me, I feel, oops, I'm upside down. I feel like it keeps me dry and I don't get any irritation. I wear a wireless bra. I don't know if I'm fortunate or not or whatever, but even though I have a heavy breast, I don't have a really hanging breast. So I'm lucky there, but I do have the tendency to sweat under my titties, and I don't like that at all. It really creates, like, I feel like I get irritated sometimes, or I want to scratch, and that's the worst thing you can do. Being that I had cellulitis, I'm so careful. I don't ever want another staph infection. And I know that our girl was talking about her boil. Chantel was talking about having a boil on her back. I had a boil on my groin. I mean, seriously, the worst possible place you could ever have one when I was 16 years old. 15 or 16, something like that. I think it was 16. And I had to have it lanced. And believe me, when she was talking about the pain of it, yeah, it's there. It stings more than anything. I don't know if it's as bad as, mine wasn't as bad as hers maybe, but there was a lot of gunk in there. I didn't know, I didn't look, but it drained for a couple of days. And it was really disgusting. I felt so filthy. I just was grossed out. But the worst thing for me was having cellulitis. I got bit by multiple, we don't know. I live in the South, and I used to do farmers markets all the time, and sometimes they're on grass, and you can't help but get attacked by fire ants. And I think maybe I had picked the fire ant scratch. And of course, we have bacteria under our nails. I don't care how clean you are. And that created the virus for me, the cellulitis. And mine became so bad, I was septic. I almost died. I almost lost my life. My body filled up with so much fluid. It was ridiculous. I'm 5'5", and 5'5" and a half almost. And I was 398 at my highest weight when they took me into the hospital and weighed me on the bed. I could not wipe myself. I could not move. I couldn't walk anymore. My legs were so swollen and filled up with liquid. I had liquid in my chest, in my breasts. You could feel it. Everything was rock hard, and it was very unsettling. It was an awful, horrible, horrible experience that I wish on nobody. The pain of recovering from that was really bad. As a matter of fact, I still have scars on my legs. I'm never comfortable showing those. They look like I had like a flesh-eating disease, which maybe I did, but I was like 2 days away from being critical, like almost dead. And it really scared the bejesus out of me. So as a result, I'm even more clean with myself than I ever was before, because I never want that to come back. But I just wanted to come on and talk about it. Even if you don't really have a problem with heavy breasts and them sweating, it's still good to use anyway. Like when you put on your fresh, clean bra and your fresh, clean body, just a little bit of that will make sure that it stays clean, and that there's no risk for any sort of irritation or infection, heat rash, things like that. And it's great for use on the groin. You can even use it on your, cornhole. It can go there too. It's completely safe for every area. Although I recommend using the Lumine, because then if anybody's going to toss your salad, you will smell so clean. So, I'm just saying for the ladies out there who are quite adventurous. Sorry if I'm being gross. I'm not personally, but I'm just saying, for those of you who are more adventurous, you can feel safe about going to yoga, Bikram yoga, and not smelling up the damn studio in any way, shape, or form from sweating and, whatever, having bodily odors. This stuff really works. I also, I don't know what I wanted to talk about. Oh, I'm wearing this lipstick, is actually Jeffree Star. It is, I forget what it's called. Dang it. I should have known, but it's a Jeffree Star. It's one of the newer ones, but I really want to get that, the latest one from his cremation, palette is the new one. I forget what it is, but it looks really good. It looks like White Lightning. It's pretty cool. That's a very wild palette, by the way. When he was done up, I was like, girl, oh my God, you look like a corpse, but like a really hot corpse. It was really beautiful. And for the people who are giving him shit about the name, I understand it's a bad time for that name, but it is awesome. I think it's also very ingenious, and I think it's very decadent for people who use makeup to have that kind of effects, to go gray and white or black and gray or gray, black and white. You can do so much with that palette. And I just think it's campy and delicious. I personally, I don't really wear makeup. I should. I'm sure I should. But I'm thinking about doing, and I don't know, I guess you'll let me know down below. I want to order Hanacure. I don't know if you know about Hanacure. They're these masks. I think they're from Korea. I'm pretty sure. Again, not sponsored, but I just want to try it just for myself. I thought it'd be really fun to put the mask on, let it dry, tell you guys a story time or something, and see how it works. We can see a before and after of it. I don't really, I'm not really into doing anything with food, but if I do come across like really bizarre ethnic foods, I'll do a food haul. And one of my lovely subscribers had asked if I would do a sunglass haul, because I have a pretty crazy collection of sunglasses. Yeah, I will. The only problem is my Gucci's, my vintage Gucci's, the screw came out of one of the sides of the like little bands, so I have to take that to Sunglass Hut and have them fix that. And then my Christian Dior's, my husband borrowed them once when we went out, and he's got a head the size of God knows what. He's got a pumpkin noggin, I call it. His head sort of expanded them, so they're too big on my face now. They fall off. And I'm really the worst person to do a sunglass haul because I don't take care of my sunglasses. I just found an old pair of Prada that I had from San Francisco. I mean, I moved from San Francisco in 2005. I think I bought those in 2003. It was when Sex and the City was hot. And up there goes my timer. It was when Sex and the City was really a big deal. Let me see if my cupcakes are done. I made these oh yeah, I think they are. I made these really cool, oops, no, they're not. Cupcakes today with organic freeze-dried strawberries and mascarpone cheese. I thought it'd be interesting. I didn't have, you're supposed to add a little bit of cream cheese, but I had some mascarpone. So I thought it would be interesting to put that in there. And I also use strawberry balsamic vinegar, which I love. I love flavored vinegars, flavored balsamics. They add so much flavor. So like if you're making a muffin or a cake, adding a little bit of that balsamic flavored, pardon me, will make such a big difference in the flavor of, it'll give it like more of a natural, it boosts the flavor of the fruit is what I guess I'm trying to say. It's really quite lovely. So, other than that, that's all I really wanted to say. If you get a chance, I mean, you can go online to order fresh breasts. They also have fresh balls as well for men, and they have fresh feet. So those are the 3 products I think they make. I don't know if they make anything else, but I just use the fresh breast. And actually, you can men can use the fresh breast for their balls as well, or their groin or whatever. It works everywhere, so it's completely natural. And I've had no reaction to it. I'm really sensitive. I have Tatcha products, and some of them I can't use. I use the water moisturizer, and I use the water cleanser. The one in the blue, the turquoise bottle. I think it's just the water cleanser. I use those and I'm fine, but like I've used other Tatcha products and my skin breaks out. I mean, nothing against Tatcha. I love the products. I'm happy with this skincare regime that I have. I used to use another brand. I can't think of the name of it. I even still have some, but you have to buy from a dealer. And it was very expensive. It was like $300 a month to use these products. And were they good? Yeah, they were good. They were pretty good. But I like Tatcha better. I like Japanese and Korean products. I feel like they take skincare a lot more seriously. And that's basically it. I wanted to mention something, and I'm sure I'm crazy for mentioning it, but I wondered what is going on with Orlan and Nick. I wonder what's going on there. Has anybody got an idea of what's going on? Are we getting more shenanigans? I feel like, this is my personal opinion, come at me, I don't really care. He posted a picture on his Instagram a few days ago that showed him and Orlan on a plane, first class, flying somewhere, saying that, oh, thank you guys for understanding. These videos were posted a couple of days before we left for a trip, and apparently they're on a trip right now. So all the videos that you're seeing right now are older videos, apparently. I'm not quite sure. But that's what he said on his Instagram. But there was a site called Psych who made a video, and he said that it was from an old photograph, so I'm not quite sure. I mean, the content, actually, I really feel like the last video he did with the pizza mukbang, I kind of liked it. I thought it was, a nice change somehow. There was something more real and back to his old self. By the way, that's not a bottle of Johnny Walker. It's a bottle of Johnny Walker filled with toasted sesame oil. When I buy sesame oil, I go to an Asian market and it's in this huge tin can. Apparently you can't keep it in there. So I keep bottles so that I can have sesame oil because we eat a lot of Asian inspired cuisine. So anywho, I guess I can show you my muffins. I'll show you my muffins real quick. I don't know how well you can see them, but there they are. I don't know if you can see them. There they are. They're smelling really good. And they are about to come out of the oven. I think hopefully they're ready. I don't want them to, nope, they're still not ready. I don't want them to overcook. But they smell delicious. And I hope they're a success because I want to frost them with the rest of the mascarpone, and I have more freeze-dried strawberries, and they're going to a market that I deliver to tomorrow. Along with, I guess I'm making everything seeded bread. And I can show you a piece of my bread. This is for the birds though, because we left it out too long, but I'll show you on my messy board here. I'm sorry. This is a kitchen that is constantly in use, but I don't know if you can see this is my bread. These are hand-pulled. It's a hand-pulled Italian bread. It's delicious. It's really great. But because it's all natural, it doesn't last long. This was made yesterday, and so we left it out because we went out last night, and I didn't get home in time to I did get home, but I forgot to put it away, and it's essentially my fault, but the birds will be happy. Anyway, I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying your day off. Hopefully it is a day off for you. And if you went to the beach, I hope you're being careful. I mean, my mom was telling me, she lives right by the ocean, and she was telling me people are just crowding that beach, crowding Follyfield Beach, and Hilton Head is a mess right now. We're in the beginnings of our tourist season, and with the kids being out of school in New York, I think a lot of families or in other places are coming down earlier for their summer stays. A lot of people have second houses and are coming down. And so the island is really packing up again. And not everybody is wearing a mask or gloves. And they're not adhering to the rules. I was in a store the other day and this woman was letting her kids run around. And I thought, I'm worried about them and I'm worried about me. And, I don't know. I just felt like you've got to beyond that shit. You can't, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sitting on the fence with the whole thing. Half of me says, I wonder if this is even real, but I know it's real because I have so many people that I know who have lost people. So I know it's real, and I'm not even, I'm sorry if I joke about that. I don't mean it. But I mean, like, now, apparently it doesn't live on surfaces as long as we thought it did. It's like there's things that are up in the air about this. And the thing that scares me the most is the president has said that no matter what, if there's a second wave, they're not going to close, they're not going to shut down the country again. So people will be forced to have to stay home and lose their jobs, I guess, or go to work and be sick and infect other people. And excuse me, I don't know where there's free testing, because where I am, there's no free testing. There's no free testing. I don't even think there's testing. I don't even know where to go. I guess to a hospital. That would be the only place. We don't have testing centers. I mean, if they want to track this or, do the herd thing or whatever, they need to have these little, drive-up places like they did in Korea, I think, if you want people to go and get tested. My doctor has to order a test, apparently, because my mom, for one moment in time, was kind of scared. She's 87, and she was like, I have a sore throat. Do you think I'm sick? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Just call the doctor and see what he says. And he was like, Norma, I have to order this test. And I was like, what? I thought they had them. I don't know. I don't know enough about it. So anyway, I just wanted to pop in again and say, hey, and tell you that I was hoping that my lovely viewers are having a good day. And hopefully you're cooking something really good tonight. I'm hooked on this marinade that I found. It's an old marinade. I'm really into reviving 70s recipes. I found this recipe. You're supposed to use Saucy Susan, but I didn't have time to try to research and find it. When I was a kid, it was in the store everywhere. It's sort of like a peach preserve, but it's sort of savory sweet. But in this case, I just used peach preserves. And Lipton's onion soup packet, Dijon mustard, and a little bit of fresh garlic, and a tiny bit of rosemary. from my garden, and I'm marinating chicken right now in the refrigerator. I'm going to roast it. It's chicken breasts, and I got some thighs for my husband because he likes dark meat. And we're going to have roasted potatoes. Well, actually, he is going to have roasted potatoes. I'm going to have vegetables that I will saute in a little bit of ghee and olive oil and a little bit of shallot and lots of lemon juice and a little bit of salt and pepper. And I love that. And I use a very scant amount of the ghee. I just like it because it just gives it a little bit of flavor. It's lovely. Ghee is lovely. If you've not ever had it, it is a clarified Indian butter that's used in Indian cuisine. What they do is they just basically take the milk solids out of the butter so that you have clarified butter. It's clean butter. And it's funny, I make a tomato sauce, and in that tomato sauce, what the difference between that is you add a stick of butter to my tomato sauce and you take all the fat out and leave the milk solids. The milk solids sort of neutralize the acid in the tomato sauce, and it creates the best tomato sauce. If you ever are looking for the best tomato sauce recipe, it's Marcella Hazan. And it is one of the best recipes I've ever used. It's just basically tomatoes, a little bit of olive oil. You can use some garlic in there and chili flakes, a couple of cans of San Marzano tomatoes, and a bunch of basil, a whole bunch of basil. And then about a half an hour before the sauce is done, what I do is I shut the sauce off, and I put a cold stick of salted, really, really good French butter, or Kerrygold, or anything I can get my hands on, even Plugra, but really good quality butter. And then I let it melt, and I take all of the fat off and just have that milk solid in there. And then you really don't even need to add any salt, anything to it after that. It's perfect. And I like to let the sauce rest overnight. You can even put, if you have a Dutch oven, you can even put that sauce in the oven and bake that in the oven for a few hours at 300 degrees and just let it go, and then pull it out, add your butter, and then pull out your basil and do it that way. So, you know, it's really nice to roast a tomato sauce. It really gets nice and sort of jammy. Has a really good flavor. And to that, you can make many different sauces from it. You can add it to an amatriciana, which has guanciale. If you can't get guanciale, which is the jowls of the pig, you can use pancetta, even prosciutto, or salt pork if you're even pressed for finding something. And that has chili flakes, that sauce added to it, and white wine, and it's quite lovely. Very, very lovely. Of a bucatini, which is a fatter spaghetti that has a hole running through it, so the sauce gets in there. It's quite amazing. Then you can also make a cardinale, which is with a little bit of cream. I like to add the zest of an orange to that, along with more chili flake, and I like to add fresh crab meat at the end, or shrimp, or even I've done lobster. It's delicious. Or you can even do clams if you want it, but I don't recommend that. I think using the snow crab meat, pick snow crab or king crab, or even Dungeness crab or blue crab, whatever kind of crab you can get, peaky toe, whatever kind you can get, it'll really be delicious. And a little bit of fresh basil at the end. It's quite lovely. That orange really pairs well with the seafood and really is amazing with the tomato. The combination of it with the cream is just beautiful. So you could even add some capers and fry up some eggplant and sort of do like a kind of like a puttanesca, add a little bit of anchovy to that as well. You can add sardines and raisins and pine nuts and have pasta con sarde. There's so many things you can do from that sauce. It's brilliant. Really, really brilliant. Anyway, so yeah, that's on the agenda tonight. And hopefully, let me check my... Oh, yeah, my babies can come out. And I have bread that's ready to go in the oven, which I will show you right here. This is my pineapple brioche before it goes in the oven. And I think I'm going to add some of this Bailey's, excuse my pornographic photograph over there of my dolly. I'm going to use some of this strawberries and cream Bailey's. I thought it would be interesting to put that in the frosting to add a little bit of flavor to it. So I think they'll be really, really good. Anyway, I hope that you all enjoy the rest of your day. If you like this video, hey, please hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.